Hey, we are live. Rodrigo, what's happening?
Everything's fine. It's still morning in Brazil, and I am a little bit tired, although I am still on staycation a little bit. I go back to work on Monday, and I'm happy. And today's the last day of the year, so let's see what's going to happen. What
Yeah,
about
definitely.
you?
I'm not, do you know something? I'm just going to look at my calendar because I'm not actually sure
Mm-hmm.
what day I go back. I think I go back on the 5th because
Mm-hmm.
um, I think because New Year's Day is going to
Mm-hmm.
land on a Saturday, then we're going to get
Mm-hmm.
what we call a bank holiday in lieu.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going back on Wednesday the 5th, but I need to check with my boss.
Nice.
But yeah, last day of the year, we made it.
Uh-huh.
We made it through 2021.
Yeah.
I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and
You too.
I just want to
Merry
take the opportunity.
Christmas to you.
Cheers, pal. I just want to take the opportunity as well to say Merry Christmas,
Uh-huh.
retrospectively to everybody who's
Mm-hmm.
gonna see this video.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I hope everyone's had a good time. What have you been up to in these days when you've been chilling at home? What have you been doing?
Well, I've been watching some Netflix. I've been talking to friends. I've been with my family, with the children, because the little one's crazy about Christmas and the celebrations and presents and Santa Claus or Father Christmas. But it's crazy because it's nice when you see them, mostly the younger one, so crazy about this time of the year, you know? I see so many familiar faces in chat.
Yeah, I was
Hello,
gonna say,
Mega. Hello, Sita. Hello, Andy. And your nails teacher as well.
yeah, hello everybody. So we got Andy Mack in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know Andy Mack is a childhood friend of mine.
Yep.
Hello, Mega. Hello, your nails teacher, and hello, Cedar. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Just want to say hello,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about that. So it sounds like you've been having a good chill out time
Yes.
over the holidays. I had a bit of a nightmare yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've had a bit of a nightmare with my car just recently. So I've had three things with my car. So the first one to happen, I don't. Did I tell you about this? I was going to work. This was before Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
some woman ran in the back of me. So she smashed into the back of my car,
Wow.
smashed all my bumper up. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you know, insurance looked after it. So I needed to get my
Mm-hmm.
bumper repaired. Then my tire went flat on me. That was in December, so that cost me more money as well. And then
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, I was going to visit Liverpool Cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody who watches this video ever finds themselves in Liverpool, they definitely need to visit the cathedral. It's a massive, massive building. Architecturally, it's really impressive,
Mm-hmm.
really big. But yeah, I was on the way down there, so I pulled into the petrol station because I needed some petrol. Filled the car up with petrol, and then when I got back in, I started the car up,
Mm-hmm.
and I could hear a tapping noise. It was like tap 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 tap.
Wow.
So I thought, well, I don't normally hear that, so I turned my fan off. Do you know, like the heating inside? I turned the fan down,
Mm-hmm.
and it went
Mm-hmm.
away. It went
Mm-hmm.
away. So I thought it was the fan. So I started driving, got on the motorway, going over to Liverpool, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously when I'm on the motorway, I can't hear it. So when I get off the motorway in Liverpool, the car is like bang, 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 bang. This really
Wow.
loud noise.
Wow.
So I got to the cathedral. I had to ring the RAC. The RAC came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an injector seal. So although it sounded really bad, it wasn't that bad. I was able to drive the car
Mm-hmm.
back home, but
Yes.
now I need a new seal. So yeah, I've been having fun with my
But
car.
but you couldn't get to the cathedral, or you're getting back from the cathedral.
Yeah, I needed to get back from the
Yeah,
cathedral.
yeah.
So
Wow.
obviously the RAC sent an engineer out. The RAC are like a breakdown cover company that we have here in the UK.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I pay a little bit extra on my insurance every month, and it pays off because then I
Yeah.
get to phone a mechanic out if something goes wrong with my car.
In the beginning of the year now in Brazil, we're gonna have to pay all our taxes. The beginning of the year, we have the highest taxes ever. in the world, so it's crazy,
Yeah.
When do you have to pay your taxes in the UK? What is the date? Like, what is the month actually? April or whatever?
Yeah, so the end of the
Uh,
tax year, the end of the tax year comes around in April.
yeah, yeah.
But unless you're self-employed,
Mhm.
you don't have to pay your own tax. So obviously, I work for
Yeah,
a. So Andy's just confirmed there that it's
yeah,
April. I
yeah,
work for an employer,
yeah.
so my tax gets deducted from my wages before I even get them.
Mhm.
Whereas somebody
Mhm.
like Andy's
Mhm.
self-employed, so he will have to do his tax return and everything for April.
Yeah,
Andy could probably tell you a little bit more about that,
yeah,
but he's not on the live stream. So maybe next time we can
yeah.
invite him in.
We can bring in Mint for the next episode of Great as a guest. We can do 3 places on one single video. So, hey, Gino and Nimrod, how are you guys? We're fine, Sita. How about you? Ready for a New Year's supper? What are you gonna do?
That's a question,
Uh,
actually. What are you doing tonight, Rod?
Eating, of course. Of course, I have to go on a diet very fast because of the pandemic, all this time inside, and we end up eating more than we should. But I have a resolution to lose some weight. I don't know. We'll see. I hope so.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sharing that resolution with you. I need to get back to my fighting weight. I need to get back. My cheeks are
but
looking a lot bigger these days, you know.
yeah, but you were much slimmer. Since let's see, when you had the lockdown in the UK, so
Yeah, I mean, I fluctuate, so I always train. It just
yeah.
depends on how I'm eating
Mhm.
at that particular time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So Cedar's just confirming that she's very well.
Mhm.
They'll be having a barbecue for New Year's Eve. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. See, this family is big, so they grill every special date. So I can imagine how this barbecue is going to be because they're gonna eat the tomorrow the whole day probably, and also tonight. But what about you? How are you going to celebrate this
New
with
Year's
the
Eve. So
children? Yeah.
yeah, so my youngest, she's
Mhm.
she's staying with her mum tonight. I think her mum's having a party, so she's celebrating it with her mum. And my eldest is with me, but there's a skate party on at the roller rink. So Daisy's going there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go. I'm not sure. I
Mhm.
might do. I might go along with her, but I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
Um,
to
but
keep her company. Yes.
other than that, I haven't really got any plans.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll probably go to the roller rink. To be honest, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Andy and his new skates? Is he already uh, enjoying it? That's a good question.
Yeah,
So
he ordered some
uh,
new skates, didn't he, a few weeks ago? So we've
mhm.
we've been to the rink a few times.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ordered some new skates at Christmas.
Mhm.
They arrived.
Mhm.
My daughter, she has some new skates,
Mhm.
and her skating has improved instantly.
Mhm. Mhm.
She's got the extra speed because obviously she's got some really good bearings in these new skates now. So yeah,
A-
good.
And what have you done during the bank holidays?
So I finished work.
Uh-huh.
We finished on the 23rd, which is the day before Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
I don't know about there in Brazil, but I know in European countries that
Mhm.
they have a big celebration on New Year's Eve. I know in Spain they call it La Noche Buena,
Yeah.
and they have their Christmas meal on Christmas Eve, but we don't. We
Mhm.
have our Christmas meal Christmas Day. So
Mhm.
I finished work on the 23rd.
Mhm.
Christmas Eve, I went into the city centre, town centre,
Mhm.
with my eldest daughter. We finished our
Mhm.
Christmas shopping, and then we
Mhm.
just relaxed Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day, we
Mhm.
went to my parents' house for for a big Christmas dinner, lots of chocolate, lots of pudding, quite a few beers.
Yeah, I love pudding, and that's my favorite. I have a little bit of a sweet tooth, so everything that has lemon, I love it. Sita, I would like to see your church. In Rio, there are so many churches. They are so beautiful, Mega. You have to tell Sita which one you want to see because they are awesome, you know. One thing that's curious about Brazil, I don't know if you know this, we celebrate Christmas Eve with a big dinner, but we wait up until midnight to eat. I don't know if that happens in Europe. I think it doesn't because we have to wait up until midnight to sit and eat. So we are celebrating the careening of the day, but we wait up until midnight and sit and eat. At my house, it's impossible because of the children, because they want to eat. So we have a Christmas supper a little bit earlier, but most of the country waits up to midnight to start eating their food. But I don't know if that happens there. No.
No, we don't. We don't do that. I don't
Hmm.
think. I don't think they do in Europe either. Although I could be
Hmm.
wrong. I don't think
Hmm.
so. But
Hmm.
we tend to do our eating actually on Christmas Day, around
Hmm.
2 in the afternoon. So what kind of things do you have on your Christmas dinner?
We have Brazilian food like rice, white rice, and meat and turkey and every all the jazz, all the thing that everybody has, and a lot of pudding as well. That's what I love the most, like cakes and chocolate, and we buy the big bars and keep eating the chocolate bars during the whole night, and drink people who drink as well, wine and champagne and everything they have. And there are people who start celebrating early afternoon and they go up to midnight celebrating and eating, and people are coming and they get together. Now with the restrictions that we have, we can have many people, but when we have normal days, a lot of people come, people get together, all that family stuff that happens. Sometimes people fight, sometimes people don't. We exchange presents. That's awesome. I know that Christmas is a time to celebrate Jesus and everything else, but we like to exchange small gifts like books or things, and but that's what happens in Brazil mostly. I know that I heard through the grapevine that you got Christmas presents.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I got some Christmas presents off the kids.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 minute, 1 second. I'll just grab this thing. Yeah, this is one of the things
Okay.
I got.
Okay. 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 It's so hot here, guys.
So I got
The
this
weather is
scarf.
very hot.
It says "Super Dad" on it.
That's so good. That's so good.
It's a great present. I'll use it as
Yeah,
a
of course.
paperweight to stop
Of
people
course.
going places.
Of course. Yes.
So Andy says that we have a mass gathering in church at midnight, which is true on
Mhm.
Christmas Eve. We do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
catch up on some of the comments here. So we've got
We have that too.
Cedar who's saying that she believes that the churches are not as gorgeous as the Catholic churches,
Mhm.
but she'll show it to Mega.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, because there's a lot of Sita's gonna. I need to go to Rio so Sita can take me to a proper tour of the city, because the times that I've been to Rio, I didn't get to know Sita before. So, but now when I go, she probably will take me to a tour of the city now.
Yeah.
And when you come, we're gonna take you to Rio, to São Paulo, to my town, where you're gonna die a little bit to travel because it's very far.
I can
But it's
imagine.
fine.
I
Yeah.
can imagine. Do you know? Speaking about that, I think I was at Liverpool Cathedral yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be a good idea for me to maybe record
Yeah.
the. I don't think I'd be able to speak on the video, but I could at least show it. I could show the cathedral and show the inside,
Yeah.
and then upload it to the channel just
Yeah.
to show people, because it's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk in through the doors, the building is so tall. I mean, I'm not scared of heights at all, but
Mm-hmm.
when you look up, it makes you feel dizzy. Like
Mm-hmm.
you feel dizzy because of how tall the building is inside. It's really impressive,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you've got all the carvings of the gargoyles on the walls on the inside. And when you actually look at the gargoyles, some of the detail that's in the faces, it's really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See this say in chat right now that when you come down, we're gonna show everything to you. Uh, See that he wants to go to Christ the Redeemer. He's crazy about it, but I think it's gonna take him a couple hours to be there, but we can be there. That's the last time that I went to Rio was just before the pandemic started. The lockdowns started in March in Brazil, and the last time that I went to Rio was in January 2020 because I have some things to do there, and I had to go. But I went to Christ the Redeemer just once. It's just like the Statue of Liberty. When you go to the Statue of Liberty, you spend the whole day there. So you have to choose whether you want to see everything or just part of it. When you talk about Liverpool, the first thing that comes to mind to me is about the Beatles. Do they have something in Liverpool to honor the Beatles or something like that?
Yeah, I should imagine they do. The club where they
Mm.
first started playing, I think, is quite famous. I
Yeah.
can't think off the top of my head what it's called.
Cavern Club or something like that.
Yeah, but it's quite
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Liverpool's a great city, and
Yeah.
have you ever heard the Scots accent? The accent from Liverpool,
No.
because the
I
accent is
just
quite.
from the Beatles, I don't know if they do have accents or from Liverpool or whatever, but no.
I don't think they had strong Scots accents. So it's like anything. There's some Scots accents that are quite soft,
Yeah.
and then there's other Scots accents which are quite strong, really strong accent. It's a really cool accent.
Yeah.
It's really indistinguishable from other accents. Like as soon as you hear it, you know it's Scots. There's no
Yeah.
kind of guessing about it, like is that Wigan or is it Bolton? Like between
Yeah.
Wigan and Bolton, you can get the accents confused.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hear a Scots accent, it's just
Yeah, the accent that I'm really used to is yours because so I think that although you told me that you don't speak much as the people in your city, I think it's gonna be easier for me to understand everything. I don't know,
So the club
but
that the Beatles played in was called the Cavern. Thanks,
yeah,
Andy.
yeah, the Cavern Club. I didn't quite get that, but I also the first thing that comes to mind is Beatles when you talk about Liverpool, but I might wonder that it's very very beautiful, so to be
Yeah, it
there.
is. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
It's different. It's beautiful because you've got the water there. You've got the Mersey, the River Mersey. So you've got the water. You've got some really prominent features on the skyline of Liverpool. It's really impressive. In fact, Andy commented before, and he said that I'm just going to get the comment up. There it is. So he said he's talking about the cathedral, and he said you can see the cathedral from Billinge, which Billinge is only about 5 miles away from here.
Okay.
And there's like a hill, and when you're on top of Billinge Hill,
Yeah.
you can see all the way over to Liverpool. You can see the docks, the big cranes where they unload all the cargo. But you can also see the cathedral and some of the big some of the big old cotton mills that are over there as well.
So, what are your expectations for the new year?
Wow, for the new year 2022. Okay, yeah. So one of the things I want to do is I want to, because you know from our conversations that I don't
Mm-hmm.
watch the news.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I don't watch the news because I believe it's bad for the mind. I think it's bad. So
Mm-hmm.
one thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to one thing that this whole pandemic has made me do is to be
Mm-hmm.
thinking about the things that the news is saying, which I don't want to be doing that. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
that's the first one. Is I'm going to stop thinking about this whole pandemic situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of goals. As the people know who watch this channel,
Mm-hmm.
I've not been uploading as regularly as what I would do normally.
Yeah.
The reasons for that, I've been busy with work. I've had a
Mm-hmm.
few things going on. The pandemic has took a toll. I've been looking
Mm-hmm.
after an additional site with work, so I just haven't had the time to do it as often as I'd like. So I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
get back in the saddle and start making videos. I'm not saying it's going to be every week, but at least every other week, I think, to start
Mm-hmm.
with. So I'm going to get back into the groove of making some videos, get some more live streams done,
Mm-hmm.
get back in physical shape, physical condition, get back training, get back to a weight where I'm happy with. What else? Continuing my job. As you know as well, my eldest daughter, she's come to live with me now. She's moved in full time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something new. She's starting a school just down the road. She's gone back to her old school.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've got quite a few things to work on this year. How about you? Have you got any big plans or any goals that you want to achieve?
Yeah. I will keep working as I've been working like crazy lately. And also doing YouTube. I'll try to keep the pace with YouTube. One of the projects that I really love to do is great, is that we do monthly, and we are getting to. I am excited because we are getting to number 12 very soon. So it's going to be 1 year producing videos, and it's amazing. And I want to see you back on the channel either every week or another, but it's very important. And if you allow me to say, when I watch the two versions of the Christmas video for me, there are many friends there. The video for me was the two versions of the video for me were awesome, and especially number two now, where I have friends, where I have friends that came through you because I became friends with Andy, who's an awesome person, amazing, who makes me laugh, because sometimes he texts me with videos. He cracks me up. And also, just by seeing the two videos, the two Christmas around the world videos are very important to me, because at number one, it was one phase of the channel. Number two, it was another phase of the channel. And also, I'm going to keep doing something that I really love to do, which is teaching. Teaching English is something that I love to do, because if I don't have my students or people to share my ideas about English, and just by talking to you every week, because we talk on the phone every week, is something that helps me, because I learn a lot from you, and I hope you learn something from me as well. And I want to
More than
keep,
you'll ever imagine. More
yeah.
than you'll ever imagine, mate.
I hope I can. I hope I can keep doing the things in 2022 and spreading the word of peace. And meeting new people along the way. And I hope this whole thing passes, so we can meet all our friends at once and in person. That's my resolutions for 2022: to keep working, to keep teaching, and I have really met wonderful people in 2022. I can't complain, I really can't
Yeah.
complain.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with all your plans. I'm celebrating your success already because the success is going to come.
Yeah.
I know you've got the consistency to do it.
Just by being healthy, the two of us, and the fact of going through this healthy with friends, with everything. I think friends and family are the most important things. And as I tell all of the time, respect is something that we have to have.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
Mutual respect. It's amazing.
I think
That's what I wish.
I think the non-material aspects
Hmm.
of existence are by far more important than the
Hmm.
material aspects.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh-huh.
spiritual health is a big thing, isn't it?
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you need to be spiritually healthy, especially in the
Yeah.
world that we find ourselves in today.
Hmm.
Thank you, Mega, for such a lovely comment. She wants to watch my new videos. I'm back. I'm coming back. Don't worry. I,
He's coming back, and we are going to keep going with Great, and he didn't stop one single month to record Great, and he has amazing ideas. That's a project that a lot of people like, and you have to be on YouTube. You are an amazing asset that we have on YouTube. Because the way you teach things, the way you talk about things, um, everyone has their own ways, but when you speak, people stop and listen because every single word that you say, people can see that it's very genuine and very, there's nothing that you are not going to say to, let's say, to make somebody annoyed or make somebody stressed out or whatever. Every video that you do, we can see that you plan it because you have a way. You're a natural doing videos. It seems very easy for you. I am, although I am 1 year and something months on this YouTube path. I am still camera shy when I'm alone, but I'm still camera shy sometimes. But
yeah, but you're making videos in a language that's not your native tongue.
yeah,
I know that in the past when I've made videos in Spanish,
yeah,
um, the pressure is so much more.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you can feel the
yeah,
pressure
yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
just. But thank you for
yeah.
the comments. I mean, the way I see it, I'm just some bald guy
Mm-hmm.
from Wigan who has a dodgy accent. But yeah, I mean, if the videos are helping people, then I'm happy about that, and that's one of the reasons why I plan to continue.
I have to say something here that's very important. You're going to understand it right away, and I think I could get this from Andy as well. You know how to be a friend. That's
That's what
just
friends.
that.
That's. I, um,
Mm-hmm.
I think, Rod, that some of the oldest teachings in existence have it right when it comes to these kind of things. And
Mm-hmm.
when you read teachings such as, and you'll know this because it's a biblical teaching, but love your neighbor as you love yourself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that I knew what that meant, and I probably still don't know what it means now. But
Mm-hmm.
every time I think about it and meditate on that, there's like an extra depth and an extra level
Mm-hmm.
to what it means. Because I don't know about you, I'm speaking personally here, but I know myself that if I do something or I behave in a way, and then later on I realise that I'm not happy with the way I behaved or whatever, I'm too quick to say, "Oh, it's because I was tired, it's because I was
Mm-hmm.
stressed." But then if I do something that I think is good, then that's me. You know what I mean? But the truth
Mm-hmm.
is that the both of them things are me. And I think that when the Bible says love your neighbor as you love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it's referring to not only treating people in a way that you want to be treated yourself, but also
Mm-hmm.
forgiving people in a way that you forgive yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I do something that I know is not right or I'm not proud of it, I forgive
Mm-hmm.
myself like that instantly. So
Yes.
the idea is to try and forgive other people instantly like that, but
Yeah.
not always that easy, and it's something that
Of
I've been
course
working on.
not. Of course not. You know, and sometimes I beat myself up for not doing the right thing sometimes. But my wife says Talita's my right hand all the time, and she says you have to remember that Christ um, hasn't how do I say that he didn't please everyone, so you're not going to please everyone. You know, he was the perfect one. You're not. You have your flaws, because sometimes like a video doesn't come out as the way I want it to come. You know, like I I tell her I want it to be better. I want it to be, and she tells me, "You did your best. You can complain. People are gonna watch it. People are going to respect you. You have to respect your history as a teacher and see that you give your best." And she also says something that's really touching to me. And she says that because sometimes I tell her I would like to do something different, but my mobility limitation doesn't allow me to go very far from the path that I am right now. She says the people who really like your content, the way you do things, they don't mind. And people who are around you, people who live with you, your friends, they don't even remember that you are a disabled person. So sometimes Talita gives me some kind of a wake up call, you know, hey, you're not wrong, you're doing your best.
Yeah,
Because
of course. Yeah.
being a husband, being a father, being a teacher, being on YouTube, and I am a friend of my friends, as you know, as you might know. And I like to be good in every step of the way. But I try to do my best. That's it. I'm not saying I just try. I always say that I am a work in progress. You know, so
We all
to
are.
be.
We all are, mate. All of us. Every
Yeah.
single person on this planet
Mhm.
has flaws and mistakes
Mhm.
and things that we wish we're better at and stuff. Ceda's
Mhm.
left a great comment there. She's putting that's the word, forgiveness, and she's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
I did see a comment from Andy just
Mhm.
earlier on. He was talking about he stumbled across the channel by accident. I think he was Google searching for roller hockey skates, and I did the
Yeah.
video where I was explaining the vocab. So
Mhm.
he stumbled on it by chance because the thing is not many people in my circle here in the UK, not many people
Mhm.
know that I actually have this channel, because my channel is of zero use to most of my friends because they're native English
Mhm.
speakers. You know, my, my,
Yeah.
my friends don't want to watch some bald guy from Wigan running a tap in his kitchen,
Mhm.
explaining that
Mhm.
the water is running from the
Yeah.
tap. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so Andy stumbled on it by chance, but then he's also giving you some respect there as well, because your
Mhm.
videos are not in your native tongue,
Thank you
and
so much. I'll
that's
try my very best.
that's a comment
Always.
I can second as well, definitely.
Mhm.
Rodrigo, if you don't mind, I'd like to wrap up in about 5 minutes
Of
because
course not. Of course not.
my daughter's here and we need to go and get some lunch and stuff. But
Mhm.
it was
Mhm.
absolutely great to catch up with you,
Of
and
course.
I look forward to working with you in the new year
Mhm.
on Great. Hopefully, we can bring some other people in, mix it up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Sure.
It'd be good to have Andy on. It'd be good to have Cedar. It'd be good to
Yeah.
have Mega.
Yeah.
Um, it would be good to have Ivona and other people who watch this
Yeah.
channel and support
Yeah.
us. Get them involved. Get some
Yeah.
recordings done.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can bring some other YouTube teachers into the mix.
Of course.
Maybe Sean from 399
Mhm.
English.
Mhm.
Whoever else is interested in coming
Mhm.
and working with us. If you see this video and you're interested in
Mhm.
coming on Great, then give us a
Yeah.
shout. Get involved. We want to spread the love. We want to invite
Yeah.
people in here. You know.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, just to wrap up, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. That 2022 is much better than 2021. And thank you for everything, as always, for your friendship, for everything else.
No, that thanks goes back to you as well. Thank you
Hmm.
for all the support and all the help, and our weekly chats as well. I've learned a lot from you. I'd like to second your comments. I just want to take a minute to Wish every single person who watches this video and who supports the channel every blessing for 2022. I hope that God blesses you profusely and that you achieve everything that you want to achieve. We'll see you in the new year. And on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. Bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye. See
Bye-bye.
you.
Ciao. God
Bye-bye.
bless.